Hi there, this is Andrea Mowry of Drea Renee Knits, and today I'm going to show you how to do Kitchener stitch on one needle, starting with a purl stitch. So a lot of times when we do Kitchener stitch, we are starting with a knit, but sometimes you might have to start with a purl. So I wanted to do a little demonstration on how we do that. So I cut enough yarn, it's about 4 times the length of what I'm binding off, plus a little bit of a tail. And then I just put it on my tapestry needle here. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go through this first stitch, which is a purl stitch. We're going to go through it knitwise. So inserting our needle, our tapestry needle, as if to knit, and just pulling the yarn through. We're not taking anything off of our knitting needle yet. This is just the prep. Then we're going to take our tapestry needle and now going through the second stitch on our needle, which is a knit stitch, we're going to go through as if to purl. So inserting our needle sideways and pulling it through. All right, and now we are going to begin what I think of as the actual pattern of Kitchener stitch. So starting with our first stitch, which is a purl, we are going to insert our needle as if to purl, and we're going to pop that stitch off the needle now, and then we're gonna skip this knit stitch and bring our tapestry needle into the next purl stitch of our needle. So I'm working with ribbing, so this is knit, purl, etc. But I'm gonna go through this next purl stitch as if to knit. So I'm sticking my little tapestry needle in there, and then I'm going to push it through the bottom leg of this stitch as though I'm knitting it. And I just bring the yarn through. Okay, and now we're going to go to the first knit stitch on our needle. So I'm going to insert as if to knit and pop that stitch off. And then I'm going to go to the next purl stitch on my needle. Knit stitch on my needle. This is a knit stitch. But I'm going to insert my tapestry needle as though I'm purling, so going in sideways. So the way that I remember this is you're either working with your knits or your purls. So right now I'm about to go back and I'm going to work with my purls. So here's my first purl stitch, then I skip a knit, and then I go to my second purl stitch. So when I'm working with my purls, I'm going to start with a purl and end with a knit. So I start with a purl. I insert my tapestry needle as though to purl, and then I pull it off my needle, and then I end as though I'm knitting. So I go to my second purl stitch, and I insert that tapestry needle as though I'm knitting, and I pull the yarn through. And you can see here, do you see how my yarn's trying to catch the part I bound off? You can just lift that up and over. As this gets longer and starts to hang down more, it won't be in the way. It just kind of happens in the beginning. Okay, so now I'm going to be working with my knits. So this first stitch is knit column, and then I'm going to skip the purl and go to my second knit stitch. Since I'm working with knits, I'm going to start with a knit, but then I'm going to end by purling. So you start with what you have, and then you do the opposite to the second one. So I'm going to knit my knit, insert my tapestry needle as though to knit, and pull that stitch off, and then I'm going to skip this purl. I'm going to go to my next knit stitch, and I insert my tapestry needle as though I'm purling. And I just pull the yarn through. Again, giving it a little help to get over the part I've already bound off. Boop. And you can see how I love this because it creates this beautiful continuous edge where it looks like the ribbing kind of flows right over the edge of your work. So I'm back to the purls. So since this is a purl, I start with a purl. I insert my needle as though to purl, pop the stitch off, go to my next purl stitch, so I have to skip this knit, and I insert my needle as though to knit and pull my yarn through. Sorry, got out of frame there for a sec. There you go. back to my knits. So I knit the first one, pop it off, purl the second knit stitch, pull it through. Back to my purls. Purl the first one and pop it off, knit the second one, leave it on. Pull my yarn through. Back to my knits. Knit the first one, pop it off, purl the second one, leave it on. See that nice, pretty polished bind off? Back to the purls. Purl, pop it off, knit, leave it on. Back to my knits. Knit, pop it off, purl, leave it on. Purl, pop it off, knit, leave it on. So another trick is whatever you just did is what you're going to do on the next stitch. So I just knit through this second purl. Now I'm going to knit through my first one, purl through the second, and then purl through the first, knit through the second, knit through the first, purl through the second, purl through the first, knit through the second. So it starts doing this: knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl, knit. And we're just going to keep doing that all the way through. Now I purposely cast on an odd number of stitches because this is the other question I get all the time. What do I do when there's an odd number of stitches? Sorry, I also do see how I caught my loop under my whole little tab here. So I'm just going to pull that the way it's supposed to be. So I just want to show you what I do with that last stitch because it's an easy one to overthink. So let me get there. I'm on my purls. And then we're going to have my knit into the knit. And then purl, skip one, knit. So I have an odd number. I did 21 stitches. So right now I only have the one knit and the one purl left. So all I have to do is go knitwise through that and purlwise through this. And that's it. I'm going to pull that closed. And then the nature of this is, as we're working all the way across, it creates this really lovely tension. But when we get to the end, you can see I have this kind of looser tension on this final stitch. And it's just because there's nothing to help even it out. But I just zhuzh it. I just use my tail yarn when I'm weaving in ends. I'm going to go under both of these legs. There we go. And I just pull it down and I look at it and I see, okay, does that look good? And if I need to tighten up a loop here, I'm going to go through that loop and maybe the leg below. I'm going to tighten it up there too. And then this would probably be attached to like the edge of a cardigan. But do you see how it tucks it down? You just have to zhuzh it a little bit. And then when you wash and you wear it, it'll become tidy. But there you go. I hope that helped you do Kitchener stitch on one needle when starting with a purl stitch. Happy knitting!